After a Saturday at Shartin, we're back at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a 9-race programme. Extra bonus race for us. It finishes off with good quality action, Class 3, Class 2 and a Class 3 to finish as well. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined as our formalist Paul Alley and race caller Mark McNamara as well. Mark, we're a quarter of a way through the season, meeting number 22.
We are. You mentioned that earlier in the office, Andrew, and it's rushed around very, very quickly. 9 races, bonus race coming up. Joe Moreira, a good book of rides. Alexi Bedella's absolutely airborne at the moment. Number of first starters and scores of funds finally drawn a gate too. Yeah, Alexi with a treble on the weekend. What are we looking at? We've got a few first starters. Paul, any short price favourites coming up as well?
No, it looks like about 4 or 5 chances in just about every race. So there should be some really lively bidding races throughout the card. There's no jackpots to speak of. And then you add those first starters into the mix. So it should be an interesting race night on Wednesday night.
All right, well, 9 races to get through, so plenty to launch through. But before we do that, let's look back on the weekend action with our racing review. It was Panasonic Cup Day on Saturday at Shartin. Of course, the feature was the Panasonic Cup itself, Class 1 over the 1400 metres. And Mark, this was a masterclass from Matthew Chadwick out in front on Buddies.
Absolutely, just summed it up beautifully, Andrew. They left him alone and he came into the race on the back of a pretty ordinary trial, but when they'd gone 200 metres and Buddies is in front, assuming tempo and control of the race, Paul, he was always going to be hard to get past. From a form point of view, I don't know what we can take out of this race, maybe not much.
Yeah, we did sit and sprint them home, didn't he? Lucky Express, we sort of debated that with that horse. He did hit the line strike quite strongly there over the 1400 metres, so I'm sure they will kick on to the 1600 for them.
Yeah, and speaking of 1600 metres, Matthew Chadwick hands and heels the line as well. Tony Cruz saying afterwards, Mark, that maybe they'll have a look at the Marlin International Day.
I think they're mad if they don't. We don't know who's coming and who's not coming at this stage, and if he can get a run from a good draw somewhere on either speed, he can sprint home in fast time. Yeah,
that puts him up to 110 now. Paul, who are the other decent winners on the day?
Forte, I thought, run really well on debut, and he's gone up 8, so he's gone up to 60. He'll just stay in the grade, though. So he'll get another opportunity there. Beauty Angel won again, so he's winning them in a row at the moment. Namjong Singh's finally won a race, and Super Red Dragon went back-to-back.
He did, and Casimiro was a huge gamble, landed as well early in the programme for Paul O'Sullivan. All right, they were the big winners on the day. We'll see if we can find some more now with our horses to follow. A lot of first starters on the weekend programme. Paul, what did you find for us?
Yeah, I found one of those, an ISG having his first start by Severville. So distance is the key for this horse. This was over 1400 metres to kick off. You can see the horse just trying to get through the gap, and once he did come off heels there, I thought he hit the line really nicely. It was a really good debut run here from this horse, Master Hero. There's more to come from him. I'm sure they'll step him up to 1600. Whether they'll give him another run at 1400 or not, or straight up to 1600. But once you see that, I think you'll see a nice horse here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, Diamond Rhyme it was winning that race, breaking through under Derek Long. Mark, what did you pick?
Pretty sure I've made him a horse to follow in the past, this one, Andrew, last season. Son of McPhee kicked off with a 1,000 metre assignment at Happy Valley, which was way too short. 1,400 still looked a bit short for him here. There he is in the lilac with the orange cap getting to the outside. He's going to love getting over ground. He's out of the David Hall stable. The further they went, the better he looked. He's made up many, many lengths here, especially the last 100 metres is impressive. That is Cheerful Days just running in behind the winner, Namjong Singh's, but yeah, the last 100 metres he's really picking the bit up nicely. The further he goes, the better he's going to be.
All right, he goes into the book as well, Son of McPhee. Now, for me, not a first starter, but it was a horse coming back from a long break. This is Champion Pride. He hadn't raced since January. This is a 1,000-metre dash here, and you can see he's 130 to 1 as well, worth pointing that as well. This is Forte wins the race on debut. He might be quite nice, but Neil Callan here for David Ferraz. The horse has won over 1,200 metres in the UK for John Gosden's Eaton Square, and you can see, the fact he's been off the track for nearly a year, I think you've got to be pretty happy with that return and step up in trip. He's lightly raced for a 6-year-old. He's had a few lameness issues along the way. All right, those are the horses to follow out of the weekend's programme. Zach Purton, you just saw that in Mark's Horse to Follow replay. Picked up a couple of days for careless riding, so he missed the 2nd to the 7th, but be back for IJC week. Of course, HKR not too far away. OK, all right, let's get straight into the programme. 9 races to get through on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. We're on the C course, and as mentioned before, this is meeting number 22 of 88 for the campaign. We start off with a Class 5, one of two on the programme. This one over the 1200 metres with 12 going to post. Roman Impero takes the drop in class, as does Vega Rhythm. Well Dragon off the all-weather, first visit to Happy Valley. Master Galaxy, money for him last time behind Placone. He gets barrier 1. Joe Moreira jumps in the saddle. Galaxy Emperor fourth as favourite to Moneymore last time out. One stop ahead, also behind Placone last time out, and the start before for that matter. Great Harvest in the market, but well down the feed last time at Chartin over the 1400, and Jimson the Dragon from a wide gate, but will probably press forward regardless. 1, 7, 8, 10 and 12 mark are the horses to note they've been up at Chungfa.
And our Class 5 speed map has Jimson the Dragon going to the lead over Master Galaxy. Yichong Lucky, Tinkerbell, she's going to be up there 3 wide in front of a class dropper in Vega Rhythm. Roman Impero the middle, Galaxy Emperor on the rail. For fun's sake, Well Dragon and Car-Ying Brilliance around 1 step ahead. The early favourites, second last on the fence pool.
We're going to have a look at Yichong Lucky. He's closest to us. Strathclyde comes up in race 3, so you can keep an eye on him as well. But look, the Class 5 is going nicely enough here. Yichong Lucky was allowed to stride out under Victor Wong. Karis Teaton will take over on race day, so he's going to be definitely one of the chances. Galaxy Emperor, thought it was a nice workout for this horse as well. He's drawn ideally in barrier number 1. He'll have the services of Joe Moreira aboard, so he's strode out nicely at the end here. There was only the 2 bits to show. There wasn't too much for the Class 5.
OK, well, let's get into the replays then. Galaxy Emperor finishing 4th here with For Fun's Sake and Car-Ying Brilliance, who's the outsider of the field here as well, Mark. But Car-Ying Brilliance as favourite behind Moneymore.
You can't have Car-Ying Brilliance going into this race and what he's done his first 2 starts this time in. For Fun's Sake ends up running 8th here, Paul. He ran 2nd over 1200 2 starts ago. Galaxy Emperor's been back to the trials and it was really ordinary his trial up at Chungfa too.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Look, I'm going to go with For Fun's Sake here. He just looked a little bit one pace at the end over 1400. Back to 12, back to the valley. He's had 4 runs, so he's going to be rock hard fit for this. OK, all right. What about One Step Ahead? Also coming off a run at Chartin last time out. This is behind Placone, Paul. Yeah, nice. Placone's been in good form. He's won his last couple, and he's run placings behind him on both occasions as One Step Ahead. He's by Tavistock. I've always wondered if he would need further, but he has run quite well over the 14, and now he's run quite well here over the 12. His Happy Valley record is poor, however, but he is a horse in form.
Only been in Class 5 for 4 starts, placed in 2 of them. Got a little bump from inside and out there and didn't shirk the task. Nice performance, getting close to a win. OK, what about Well Dragon? Now, this horse was my each-way play this night, Mark, and he got outpaced basically, but stays. And I can't help but think he wants 1650, but he will be making up ground late. He will. Blake Shin rides for Chris So this week, and he's well back in the field. He makes his Happy Valley debut, but he has trialled here in March of 2020. Currently at 30 to 1, Well Dragon, Paul. Look, it's a Class 5, so if you like him for any reason, be on.
Yeah, he's by Frankel, so I agree with Andrew says. He does look like he needs a bit further because he was making up a little bit of ground there at the end.
All right, but he has a big price once more, and maybe he can run into a spot. But One Step Ahead, favourite Paul for the first.
I'm going to go with For Fun's Sake. He's had 4 starts now this season. He'll come into this race rock hard fit, coming back, different course, 1200 metres. One Step Ahead's been very consistent. Master Galaxy should get the best run in the race from barrier 1, and Yichong Lucky on the back of that piece of work was a nice piece from him. 2, 10, 7 and 6.
Number 10, One Step Ahead, carries a similar weight to that second behind Placone last time. He's racing well, he's in the right grade. Great Harvest is coming back in distance. He's been right in the market at his last couple. Should roll forward from barrier number 3 and get into a nice spot. For Fun's Sake and Master Galaxy from the inside is just going to follow the rail. 10, 11, 2 and 7.
All right. Each way Well Dragon for me at 30 to 1. Doesn't seem like a bad sort of price at the moment.